This is a very exciting moment. We are going to prep the infamous Carport Corey's beer can chicken. Let's get cracking. I'm gonna show you how to pre-prep your beer can chicken.
Hey y'all, it's Carport Corey. Let's get cracking.
The first thing you wanna do is obviously you wanna get your chicken. I've got one of my personal favorites, some good Foster Farm sterile chicken, and apparently my glove has ripped, so oh well. We're just gonna keep on going. So the important thing is you gotta wet brine these overnight. That's the key to success. If you do not wet brine it, your chances are you're gonna have some pretty dry chicken, because when you cook it, or smoke it I should say, even beer can style, it's just not gonna be enough to add the moisture that you need when you want that explosive, juicy chicken coming into your mouth. I like to take the guts out, let those soak. We put one chicken there. We're gonna put the other chicken in this one, hope it fits. Like so. Plop it in there. And here is the key, chicken broth. You gotta soak it in chicken broth. Oops, probably should have shaken that up. Ooh. All right, and then I just dump the whole thing in. Sometimes you need 1.5. I have extra if I need it. Oh yeah. It's looking pretty dang good. Look at that. You just want to get it nice and submerged. And that's just going to soak into the meat overnight. And then I like to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. We're also, you know, before we smoke it, we're going to add some rub, but this is just, again, the pre-soak prep. Same thing over here. You definitely want to do it, I mean, at least 12 hours if you're kind of short on time. I try to do it a good 24 hours before I know I'm going to throw it on. And you're going to see what happens, because we're doing these up tomorrow, obviously. But when you take a bite, even in the breast, it literally, the juice explodes. It's the juiciest chicken you'll ever have. And you know, again, that's the main reason why people don't like chicken, because it's always so damn dry. And this is, again, just adding to the flavor. And that's it. And we just kind of mix that in. Mix this in. Like that. Get it down there. And that's all there is to the prep. And then once we pull those tomorrow, you'll see what we do next. All right, we're back. So now we're about 24 hours later, and it's time to see how the clucks look. So again, they've been sitting overnight in the chicken broth and a little bit of the Italian seasoning. Oh yeah, that is a juicy bird. Two juicy birds. Let me just pick one up here. Yes, that's what you want. That is, again, the key to success. So the next stage is we need to dry the chicken up a little bit here before we season it up with Super Bird. Some delicious seasoning. It's a little windy today. It is President's Day. And what better day to eat an American meal than President's Day by shoving some cans of beer up some chicken's butt. All right, gotta get its guts out of here. So we'll cook the guts too. Some people like the guts. You want to take your paper towel like so and just kind of pat it down a little. And you don't have to add any bind to it because it is pretty wet still here. So next, and this is another key part, you want to take your skin and you want to start fingering it back here. Kind of break the membrane, don't pull it off or rip it. So what we're going to do is we're going to season the actual breast of the meat so it's more seasoned. Here we go. I'll just shove a bunch of seasoning up there and move around my fingers. Yeah, as long as it's on the meat, it's gonna do just fine. Yeah, and then we'll rub it up on the breasts, like so. And then from this point on, I'll just pick the dang bird up like that. And I'm just gonna season the hell out of it with some super bird. Super bird. Whoa. I find this is the quickest and easiest way to do it, especially in the wind because it just blows it everywhere. Yeah, that's what's gonna get your skin nice and crispy. And speaking on the crispiness, so you want to cook your beer can chicken at a 350 on the pellet grill. You don't want to go slow or a lower heat because that will tend to make your skin rubbery and not crispy. So there's my one big other tip of the day. Same thing, and I guess get in those breasts. Massage it all in there, get it into the meat, like so. And then again, coat this bird. Try and make sure you're getting all the nook and crannies, like where the wings are, and where the legs and thighs are. Yeah. And once we put it on the grill, we'll season it up one last time, but we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes, let that rub soak in there, and we're gonna let the Traeger heat up a little bit more, and then we're gonna get these birds on there. But first, we have to insert this can up there. And that step's coming next. So let's get cracking. And actually, we're gonna be doing a lot of cracking because we gotta get some cans for these birds. You're now on to the most fun step of the whole Carport Corey's beer can chicken. And it's time to get a beer can for our beer can holder. And as tradition has it, we all gotta do a KRAKEN SLAM to make it happen. So here we go, let's get cracking. Oh wait, drank all the beer. What have I done? Oh no, that's all right. You don't need beer. You just need a beer can. So, what you want to do after you get done doing your KRAKEN SLAM is you want to go ahead and get a can opener and take that top off just like that. What that's going to allow is when you put the chicken on, all that liquid in there is going to keep it juicy. If you just do it how a lot of people do it, by opening like that, yeah, that's not big enough. You're not getting enough juice in there. And what about the beer, damn it? Well, hate to tell y'all, but the flavored beer don't do squat. It's just, no. You want to use your chicken broth that was soaking in all night last night. You know what? I'm going to do it over the chicken because I'm kind of messy and I've been KRAKEN slamming too many. But we want to go about 3/4 of the way up. Just like so. And that way, after we shove these up the chicken's butts and we get them on there, it's gonna continuously have all that chicken broth with the Italian seasoning, keeping it juicy and moist on the inside, while on the outside, we got all that Superbird chicken rub. Superbird! Flavoring the outside and getting that nice, crispy, flavored skin. So, I'm about to belch here. So we're gonna go ahead and put some gloves on and stick these cans up those birds' butts. Here comes the next step, shoving these cans up the chicken butts. Now, when you go buy your beer can holder, I recommend getting one of these where it's got the cross down there, because that will hold your can. I got this one, and as you can see, yeah, you gotta be extra careful with this guy. So we'll do the easy one first. So again, try not to make too big of a mess. I'm gonna stick the can down like that, grab it right here, and slide it. Make sure the legs are away. Some people tie the legs back just for this reason, but you know, I don't give a crap. You just gotta find it, slide it, and there you go. Stick it all the way down. There's one can. Look at that, huh? This is where I usually drop this can. I'm having good luck today. Same thing, make sure your chicken legs are out of the way, tie them back if need be, and, whoa, excuse me, slide that bad boy right down. There you go. That's the final prep of your chicken. At this point, if you want to add some more seasoning, you can, but now it's time to get these things on the smoker and go find me another beer. I'm gonna add a little bit more seasoning. Superbird. Before we throw them on, as best as I can. All right, and there we have it. Prep is completely done. It's time to get them on the smoker, and we're gonna put them on, like I said, 350 degrees, but right now it's time to get cracking and move these bad boys over. Here we go. And we're gonna move it over now. Now you might be asking, what the hell are these things? Well, I'm gonna tell you what the hell those things are. You want to keep your grill clean, at least I like to. The less mess I have, the happier I am. But these things are greasy, and when they're sitting there just dripping off of that cam, it's gonna make your grill a disaster zone. So I put it in here, and I've preheated these, so it should be okay. They will slow your cooking time down, so these can possibly take up to 3 hours depending where you're at in elevation. I am at 5,500 feet, so I get kind of screwed sometimes. This guy might have to get a neck remover, shove it down in there. Raw. There we go. And also the good thing about the pans too is you can throw all the guts in them and smoke those guys up. But yeah, this will catch all the drippings. You can do what you want with it and keeps your grill completely clean. So that's another bonus of the beer can chicken, Carport Corey style. We like to keep it nice and clean. All right. Next, grill open. Look at them birds. Look at them beautiful beasts. So I got the thermometer in the breast of this guy, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it. So we're gonna pull it about the 157, 160, because they are gonna rest and get over that 165, and then bam, those are gonna be some juicy. So let's get cracking. And let's get waiting. The time has come, so let's get cracking. The clucks are done. All right. So we've been about that 160 temperature, and we're gonna go ahead and pull these guys. Look at that. I mean, see what I'm saying? If you get that, rub on there and you cook at a higher temperature, you almost get like very good, delicious, crispy skin. got some guts there, over here. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I know the lighting's a little dark, everyone, but I'm just saying that is a plump, juicy chicken. So, what's gonna happen at this point is we're gonna go in and we're gonna slice it. I'm gonna show you just how juicy these bad boys are. So, let's go to the kitchen. The beer can chicken is done, and look at these bad boys, huh? See? Put your rub on the outside, you get a nice, beautiful looking skin. But what y'all want to see is, but how juicy is it really? So I'm gonna put this guy over here. So I think if I can sell everybody on the breast meat, then I can sell everybody on everything. Look how juicy that is. Look at that, you can see the juice right here. See that? If I just take a piece of that. Oh my God, seriously, it is so juicy. Like, wow. Wow. All right, so, and then it's just however you cut up a chicken. I'm not a butcher, and then you can just see how juicy, like, look at the juice dripping off of that. And I think right there just goes to prove my point that that is how you do the Carport Corey beer can chicken. If you follow this recipe as I've showed you, once again, I mean, look at the juice dripping. I mean, yeah. What else are you gonna say? Get cracking and go do your own beer can chicken, because we're gonna feast out. And I've been cracking and smashing and dashing and boom.